Greetings, Guardians. This is Olympus Alliance. Today we're talking about a hero that many players underestimate. And then regret underestimating. Heidi. A mage that doesn't scream power in the first 5 seconds of a fight. A mage that doesn't rely on flashy bursts or critical hits. A mage that quietly, methodically, and relentlessly destroys the enemy team from the inside out. And if you build him incorrectly, he feels average. But if you build him correctly, and intelligently, he becomes one of the most oppressive pure damage dealers in the mystery faction. So today we're not just explaining Heidi. We're activating him. Heidi is an intelligence-based mage from the mystery faction. He stands in the middle line and fights primarily with magic attack. 3 of his skills scale directly from magic attack, and 1 depends purely on skill level. But here's the twist. His basic attack uses his physical attack stat, yet his damage identity is built around pure damage and toxins. And that's where many players start making mistakes. They look at his stat sheet instead of understanding his mechanic. Heidi is not a burst mage. He is a stacking pressure mage. His first skill unleashes pure damage and immediately applies 5 stacks of toxin to enemies. Each stack lasts 10 seconds and can accumulate up to 10 times per target. Pure damage. That means no armor. No magic defense. No dodge. It goes through everything. Against dodge-heavy compositions, this becomes devastating. They can dodge your hits. But they cannot dodge poison. And that is where the suffocation begins. His second skill makes every basic attack apply toxin stacks. Even if the hit is absorbed by a shield, the stack still applies. And when stacks are removed, they deal the same damage again. But there's another layer. The additional damage scales with the number of allied mystery heroes. That means Heidi grows stronger inside faction synergy. He doesn't just deal damage. He amplifies over time. And then comes the execution tool. His third skill removes all toxin stacks from the nearest enemy and transfers the same number of stacks to the furthest enemy. Think about that. Your front line absorbs the poison. And then suddenly your fragile backline carries receive 10 stacks instantly. This is how Heidi deletes squishy backline threats without directly targeting them. But the most subtle and dangerous part of his kit is his final skill. Whenever an enemy affected by toxin uses a shield or healing ability on someone else, all stacks are removed from them and applied to every target of that ability. So when they try to protect each other, they spread the poison. That's not just damage. That's battlefield manipulation. Now the real question. How do we make him functional without overspending? Because Heidi can be expensive if you build randomly. But efficient if you build intelligently. Let's start with artifacts. The Book of Illusions comes first. Always? It increases dodge, health, and enhances 3 of his skills. It reinforces his survivability while strengthening his toxin pressure. Without this book properly developed, Heidi feels incomplete. After that, move to the Ring of Intelligence. It gives exactly what he needs: more intelligence, more scaling. If resources are tight, you stop here. You do not need to max everything immediately. We build activation first. Next, Hero Evolution. 5 stars are enough to make Heidi functional. Absolute Star is a long road. His soul stones are available through campaign and heroic chest, so this will come with time. Do not delay activation waiting for perfection. Hero level, 120. No debate. Not just for stats, but for talisman access. And this is where smart players separate themselves from impatient ones. Heidi's first talisman, granting intelligence and armor, is available in the Eternal Frontier shop for 700k coins. This is a priority investment. A well-rolled talisman can replace multiple skins worth of stats. It's one of the most efficient upgrades in the game. His second talisman is harder to obtain, but even just activating the first gives him tremendous stability. Now Glyphs. If you're disciplined and saving runic stones for the milestone event, bring all Glyphs to level 40. If you're low on resources and need to prioritize, focus on 3, magic attack. This fuels 3 of his skills. Dodge, for survivability in extended fights. Magic defense, to withstand mage pressure. Bring them to 40 and stop. Activation over excess. Sparks of power. Max them. They increase all 3 primary attributes and are one of the most efficient stat boosts available. Now skins? This is where players waste resources. If you build one skin only, magic attack. Without hesitation. Without doubt. Without question. Once that skin is fully maximized, move to the second magic attack skin. Everything else waits. Intelligence can wait. Magic defense can wait. Dodge skin can wait. Heidi's identity is pressure through scaling magic attack. Strengthen that first. By following this path, you create a Heidi that is functional at average cost, max hero level. 5 stars? Focused book artifact. Ring second. Magic attack skin first. 3 glyphs at level 40. Max sparks. First, talisman activated and rolled correctly. And that's when he starts to shine. Because Heidi doesn't win in 5 seconds. He wins in 15. He wins in extended battles. He wins when enemies try to sustain. He wins when shields are cast. He wins when dodge teams think they're safe. He is a slow pressure assassin disguised as a mage. And once activated properly, he forces the enemy team to rethink their strategy entirely. So Guardians, if you've been ignoring Heidi, maybe it's time to look at him differently. Not as a burst hero, but as a poison architect. Build him smart. Invest with discipline. Let him suffocate the battlefield. Stay tuned, stay sharp, and as always, salute and friendship.